In this video, we're going to be testing out the FLOLAB Nano Armor Onetime, as well as the Nano Armor rear anti-reflective camera protectors for the brand new Galaxy S25 Plus. This screen protector has an antimicrobial and oleophobic coating to help keep down germs as well as fingerprints. It's crystal clear and it has a super easy installation. The rear camera protectors are made from tempered glass, they're scratch resistant, and they also have an anti-reflective coating. We're going to be going through the full installation. We're going to see how they fit, how they feel, and how well they work with the S25 Plus. And you're definitely going to want to stick around to the end of the video because I will be doing a scratch and a drop test to see how durable the screen protector is. And by the end of this video, you'll know whether or not these screen protectors are right for you. And if you do want to pick them up, I will be putting product links in the video description. So let's get started. So first we're going to install the rear camera protectors. Now this comes in a couple different colors. We have silver and we also have black. And since we already know what black looks like on this phone, we're going to install the silver. So we get a set of camera protectors and an installation packet. And the first thing we need to do is to thoroughly clean off our camera lenses with the included alcohol wipe. Then dry them off. Then take your camera lens protector set, making sure that you can pretty much put these any way you want because they're all equal. I'm going to put it like this with the tab facing up towards the top of the phone. We'll peel off the underside protector and then just place this over your camera lenses. And then just press on each one of the lenses to make sure that the cover is stuck to your camera lens. Then once that's done, just peel this up. And make sure you don't throw this out because this little piece here will help you remove these camera protectors if you need to. So let's take a look at these lens protectors. Looks really nice. Looks kind of like it was meant to be on the phone. You can see that it has a very slight raised edge, and that's to help remove the lenses if you ever need to replace them. But I think that looks pretty sharp. And like I said, it looks just like it was meant to be on the phone. And as far as fingerprints, it does seem to do a pretty good job at rejecting fingerprints too. I don't see anything on those lenses. So let's take a look at our camera, see what that looks like. So here is our rear camera. You can see that the colors are not affected. Everything looks nice and clear. Don't see any issues there. So you shouldn't have any problems taking photos or videos with these camera lens protectors on your phone. Then if you want to remove the protectors, just take your little installation guide here, put it underneath one of the lenses just like this, and just kind of lift up. And you're all set. You can see that it doesn't leave behind any residue either. And this is what the black looks like. I think it actually looks better than the camera lenses that are on the phone. These are nice and smooth. They don't have those ridges along the side. You can see that they're ever so slightly raised up just so you can easily get them off. But it looks perfect, just like it was meant to be on the phone. And then for our camera again, you can see that it looks nice and clear. I don't see any issues. Again, it seems to be working just fine. And I actually do like the black as well. It's more, it doesn't stand out as much. So now let's install the FLOLAB Onetime Pro screen protector. So we get two tempered glass screen protectors with an installation guide. We get a squeegee and an installation packet. So the first thing we need to do is to thoroughly clean off our screen with our alcohol wipe, then dry it off. Then take your dust sticker, remove one side, and place it over the top of your phone. And then fold that back and then push out the rest so we can cover the whole phone. Then take your installation guide with your screen protector, making sure that where it says top goes towards the camera on your phone. And we'll just place this down right here. Then remove the sticker from your phone. And then immediately place this whole thing over the top of your phone. Press it into place. Then hold down on the sides of the guide with one hand, and we're going to pull out this other tab with the other. Then we'll wait 20 seconds for it to adhere to our screen. And if you don't see it totally adhere to your screen, you can run your finger up the middle to help it out. Then once that's done, press down on the screen and lift up on the guide. And we'll take a look at our installation. So I did get a little piece of dust under here on the screen, but other than that, installation looks really good. Don't see any bubbles, no lifting. There is a slight gap all the way around the phone for case compatibility. The edges are also rounded off. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. This is also a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your camera, which we will test out. So as far as fingerprints, it does seem to do a pretty good job at rejecting fingerprints. We just have some slight smudges on the screen that you can very easily wipe away because it does have that oleophobic coating. So now let's test our facial recognition. That seems to be working fine. Test out our camera. Camera looks nice and clear. Don't see any issues there. Let's test out our fingerprints. Fingerprints do seem to be working, but I'm going to re-register them just in case. All right, so fingerprints went in pretty easily. Now let's test them out. And fingerprints seem to be working just fine. So as you can see, the screen is also crystal clear. No issues with touch. Now let's take a look at the screen as if we're looking at it through polarized sunglasses. So you can see that there is a slight rainbow effect. It's kind of like a little bluish color. And if we twist and turn the screen, you can see that it gets a little bit more rainbow. It's definitely not horrible. I've seen a lot worse, like a lot of different colors of the rainbow, even some blacks, whereas this one is just kind of like a slight pastel blue. And then let's take a look at the edges of the screen to see if there's any screen bleed. And it looks like there is just a slight bit in the side there, not bad at all. And on this side, and if it just ever so slight, not bad at all either. Then we'll put this in our cases, check out case compatibility. And it seems like it fits the case perfectly. Again, we do have some smudges on the screen here, but you can very easily just wipe those away. But yeah, it seems to fit the case perfectly. There's just a slight gap on the top, along the sides, and a slight gap at the bottom. So the screen protector should work with the majority of the cases out there. So everything's looking really good so far for the screen protector. Now let's test out the durability with a scratch and a drop test. So we're going to start off our test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go, 2 feet. Moving on to 3 feet. 4 feet. 4 feet. So this screen protector lasted up until a 4-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So regular tempered glass starts to scratch around a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off our test with the number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. I don't see any at the number 6. And we have some deeper grooves at a number 7. So scratch resistance seems to be a little bit better than regular tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was super easy. It also does seem to be case friendly. It seems to work perfectly fine with the in-display fingerprint sensor. It lasted up until a 4-foot drop, and scratch resistance is a little bit better than regular tempered glass. So now let's test out the scratch resistance of these camera lenses. Again, we're going to start off with a number 5. And we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. And if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and a little deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance for this is pretty standard for tempered glass. So as you saw, the FLOLAB Nano Armor Onetime screen protector was pretty easy to install, and it looked really good and fit on the phone. And even though it's not the best for drop protection, it's still going to protect your phone screen. It's just going to take a little less for it to actually crack. And I also think the rear camera protectors look great on the phone as well. It's definitely a good option to protect your camera lenses. So if you guys do want to pick these up, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.